All right, so hello everybody. This is Francisco here from gosh darn it, Sports Goofs. What was I doing? Okay, so Sports Goofs number 208 from Charles and Andrew here. Andrew's back, and let's see. I called this Game Pass Lemonade. That's why I named this episode. Because Andrew, it seemed like he made what seemed like a mistake, but for me and Charles seems like a glorious accident.
Sometimes we call it happy accident. It's not having a kid unplanned. It's basically a true happy accident.
So Andrew is now on the Game Pass gravy train, um, unexpectedly so, but it seems like we actually heard some actual enjoyment out of his voice today as he's trying out a game as we speak called Super Mega Baseball 4, the fourth one, which a game that I have actually kept track of because the first three or so were kind of indie darling games. They were the baseball games that were not. Gosh, man, baseball games have kind of tanked in a sense for quite a while as far as competition is concerned. Before we had like 30 different companies making MLB games, and now there's only one really. And over the last 5 or 6 years, well, yeah, there was only really two. There was the RBI Baseball series, which was I get great value MLB The Show, and then there was the actual MLB The Show, which was only on PlayStation and eventually moved on over to the Xbox and Nintendo. So we have those now, but besides that, besides a myriad of a bunch of mobile MLB games, which vary in quality, and I can actually attest to a few of those that are actually fun to play, but there's nobody else on the console front or even the PC front that you can think of. Recently, they just re-released Backyard Baseball. They're releasing 2001 soon enough. So that one's going to be re-released with actual MLB license. But Super Mega Baseball was a indie developed baseball game that kind of fine-tuned its craft. It's more arcadey in that sense, and I guess we don't have that anymore as far as baseball games. And then recently EA, which seems like it would be the kiss of death that they buy the studio and the rights to that franchise. So this is the first one that has the EA moniker on it, Super Mega Baseball 4. But I guess with the added funds, you can finally play some previous MLB players, right? I think is the only two that I know of is Randy Johnson and David Ortiz.
They have a whole list of teams that is purely made of Hall of Famers and other outstanding players. Like the team I'm playing with right now has let me see. Has Ernie Banks, Willie Mays, Babe Ruth, Eddie Matthews, Orlando Cepeda, Johnny Bench, Steve Garvey, Bob Feller, Raleigh Fingers. I think Bernie Williams is on there too. Oh, this doesn't count as a curse because this is officially how he is known in Boston. Bucky fucking Dent is also on this roster.
Okay.
One. I'm still counting it.
Yeah.
It doesn't count. That it's like in journalism, if it's a slur or a curse word, we can use it if it's essential to the quote.
Johnny Damon's in the game.
Well, yeah, then obviously if that player is on the Legends, then it's not worth a legend.
Jason Giambi. Okay.
Debatable. He is like the unloved stepchild of the Yankee fandom.
Vlad Guerrero Sr. and Ozzie Smith. And okay, so a good number of former MLB players.
Do you know what's amazing though? I know that this wasn't originally made by EA, but the concept of EA making a game without wholly relying on microtransactions seems like a completely foreign concept.
Is it even fair to say they are just primarily microtransactions?
Oh no, they're not.
Everybody is microtransaction these days. Like I would jump on that bandwagon 5 years ago, but everybody wants something out of it. Hell, you know, Fortnite, which I tried out with my buddies.
I know, but EA is well. Here's the thing with EA,
Or loot
at least with
box.
sports games, I mean, yes, everyone uses microtransactions, but at least the games are competent and good in a way. Like if you look at 2K or
Ooh, no, I don't
MLB
know.
The Show, they're at least semi decent.
But I got a question on that. Since this is the gaming episode of we're a fandom show now, Andrew. That's what we're done. We're not a sports show. We're a fandom show. So sports are in there,
Okay.
but everything else. But having played NBA 2K because they gave it for me for free.
Yeah, that was last month's free game. I haven't tried it on the PS5 yet, but yeah.
And the show and everything. The thing is that they do the microtransactions heavy as an accelerator to the like solo career mode, whatever the My Rise, My Play, whatever you want to call it, which a lot of people actually like more for those who don't multiplayer and those who don't want to just play with the regular teams. And look, as someone who in his first year of law school did heavy of my career, I created this 5'11" white boy that got drafted in Portland the same year Dame did in 2013. It was a great time. And that was without the microtransactions from my PS3. That's what they kind of do that I know now. When I do read reviews, and I do read reviews, that's a different argument about whether or not you believe game reviews matters or not. I think it does to a degree, because everybody has a different opinion. But I want, even if it's a little bit objective, I want objectivity. But I know that the show, because the show is all about the microtransactions for the diamond packs, right? For their dynasty stuff. 2K, NBA 2K is for my creator. I think also with wrestling as well, which I haven't depped in 2024. But I would agree with you. The EA one was the predecessor when they did Madden for the MUT, so the Madden Ultimate Team, as well. So I just want to kind of stress on that as the more of the like this is what I've seen relevant in the current game wise. But take it away, take it back.
Yeah,
We're loving
fair
Major
enough.
League Baseball 4. Tell us why you like it.
So far, how much have you played it so far, Andrew?
Your cherry hasn't been popped, it's already been popped, but you're having a bad experience with other games, but you like this. Tell us. You were just laughing about a pitcher getting hit in the nuts, which begs a different question. Nuts, nads, or balls? What's funnier? That's a different combo. Go ahead, take it.
I think it's interchangeable. Whatever sounds funnier in the context. You know,
Who says
balls, gnats, nuts, cojones,
Yeah. Huevos.
I feel like
huevos.
when you use balls, you have to use kicking the balls is always seems to go with that better. I think.
But to answer your question,
getting punched in the dick, which is a little different. But...
Yeah, dick. That's. I don't know. It just depends on the situation, even though it's ultimately talking about the same general region of the male anatomy.
All right,
Yeah,
so
I think we're so good at the insults, not because we're actually. I'm sure there's some lawyer who would listen to this, so I won't quote the ways of how I would say those words.
Man, you know how many lawyers
yes, use it to
have foul mouths? Come on now.
But to answer your question, it's easy to pick up. And I don't know, the cartoony nature of the characters makes it feel less serious than if I'm playing, say, the show. So, if you strike out or whatever, I don't know. I don't know. It's easier to relax and play this without having to, I don't know, take it too seriously, if that makes sense.
I can understand that.
Like, for instance, if a pitcher gets hit in the head in the show, he looks generally fine, or he can fall over and he's holding his head. And here, the guy is completely conked out in a cartoony way. I don't know. It's just
is it as
for someone...
close as you can get to MLB Slugfest?
Pretty much, yeah. At least right now. I mean, they had the Bigs and the Bigs 2 that lasted a
Yeah,
hot minute,
yeah.
but even that was still kind of more realistic than Slugfest. And I mean, there's no fighting, there's no funny commentary banter, which is unfortunate because that stuff was all hilarious and I loved it. But, if you're looking for something that, you can just kind of take your mind off of life, then this is definitely a game. And it's easy to pick up too. Um, Pretty quick to pick up.
So, that's so far. That's the only game you've attempted or you've downloaded so far.
Correct.
Okay, it works on your computer fine.
Yep.
Okay, gosh darn it. So
For backstory.
I was trying to set this up on my computer yesterday, and for whatever reason, it kept crashing. But I think I figured out what it was. It's because I think the memory drive that I was using was almost completely filled up, and it just had no room to go. So I think that's what it was. So I'm gonna install it to a different drive. On I have maybe 2 terabytes on there, so I'm just gonna switch it to the other one. So that might be why I wasn't able to get on yesterday. That was what my holdup was, trying to download it and get it to work. But I think that's what it was. In any case, it's on Shadow, the 4th PC, but I haven't set it up on this bad boy that we're using for the show right now, at the moment. But yes, Andrew kind of went through an emotional journey to get here.
But, I'll give you guys credit. You kind of talked me out of it, and I am making lemons. You said in the chat lemons out of lemonade, and you got me all confused. I'm making lemonade out of lemons.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Charles moment there. I'm the inverse of that.
That's me. It's been a weird day for me today. That's for sure. But look, Andrew accidentally bought a year of Game Pass.
Well, you can't say it's accidentally. Right?
Well, he intentionally bought it under false pretenses. Or not really false pretenses, but
not reading
misinformed
as a lawyer.
Well, I'll explain.
Yeah, as a lawyer, it's a rookie mistake, ain't it? Yeah.
Let's be honest. You guys never read any of the fine print on Apple products that you bought.
But I know exactly what
links
service
in the chat.
Yeah, and I know
I'm
exactly.
Always trying to get you guys on.
Yeah, well, yeah. Charles is always sending us deals and all these other things, but
I bombard these men every time.
Yeah.
My lunch break, I'm like, hey.
But I selectively use my Game Pass whenever I want to play something. Right? Recently, I reactivated it. One, because Andrew was activating his, and 2, I wanted to play FBC, just to give it a try. I played 1 game so far, Charles.
You need like 3 hours to get into it.
But it requires us to really work as a team. So if anything, it could be a good team game for us to play. Because I think it's cross-play too, right?
Which game is this?
FBC, Firebreak.
We gotta explain that a little bit. It's based off the Control Alan Wake universe, so you know how Francisco and I had like raging, erections.
Yeah, Sam Lake.
We still do, by the way. We still do. Sam Lake follows on Twitter. Everybody follows on Twitter. Charles the True, Dan Frioles, FJOJR Jr., Sports_Goofs, Panther Historian, Marlon Historian.
Oh, I am doing great. I am doing great on Panthers Historian. It's been great. Last week, 1 million impressions over the last week or so. NHL free agency started today. Panthers have signed some guys have walked away, but we locked down the guys we needed to lock down, so I'm very happy about that. But we're not talking about that. This is a Game Pass episode apparently.
But yes, it's part of that. Follow Sam Lake too. We love him. If he gets more likes, then we get more games.
Yeah. So, and this is an in-betweener game for them, too. This is just something to pop out while they're making Control 2 right now.
They were just doing it to have fun. They were like, are you sick of playing Marvel Rivals, which is a knockoff of Overwatch 2? Not a bad game, but dropped it after like 8 hours. Yeah, let's give you something a little bit different that's lore-related.
Yeah. So yeah, Andrew, it's a multiplayer game in which you are essentially like firefighters within a government building that's been
Multi
taken over.
co-op game is a better way to say it.
Yeah, it's a co-op. It's yeah, it's us versus a group of I guess possessed people. Just for you to understand so far, I can't go into this whole thing about the hiss and a bunch of stuff with regards to control, but we're
Interconnected dimensional world problems.
yes, so we're trying to basically keep the place from falling apart while in the middle of this invasion of these possessed people. So we're just trying to put out fires, literally, in that sense. And so
It's Rainbow Six Black Raven. There you go. I
yeah,
got you.
yeah, but it's cooperative in that sense, and I've already played one game of it, and I like it well enough. But I think playing with actual people that I know and can communicate with would make it way more fun. And so if you ever want to pop on board, we can give that game a try and see if we can get the Splatoon crew down in the oldest house.
I gotta pay money for it. Like, all right, so I was in
It's
this
not
weird
on.
dilemma.
It's not on. Not
I
on
have just
PlayStation.
essential,
Oh, okay.
and I didn't upgrade because so when they had the state of play, they had it available that I would upgrade it for like $40 more. But I have like backlog on the PlayStation, so I was like, nah, I can't do it, kind of thing. So I'm sure. Like, listen, $20 is a sweet spot. I'm not a cheapo, but I also have like 180 on PSN. It's 30 right now. You get me on the 20, we're good because it's lore related. We all know I love that Control series. I'll get it. Don't you worry, boys.
So there's that. And well, I mean, it gives us an opportunity to play a lot of games, or Andrew give an opportunity to play a lot of games that are on there. And I've suggested a bunch of them actually that I think you would. I would think would be up your alley. So I'm never really recommending games that I wouldn't think that you wouldn't enjoy, if that's the right way to say it.
All right, fair enough.
I feel like okay, this is well enough. I'm not giving you anything overly complicated. I'm not giving you a 100-hour Japanese RPG. We're not doing that.
I'm still trying to jump on that ride, man.
Yeah, I can't even get through Mario and Luigi. So, so I'm not gonna do that. But stuff that's up your alley, Halo Infinite. If you want to play something new from Halo, you can play that now. So the next chapter of that, I don't know how far you got into the Halo series. I don't know if you got to 5.
I've played
1 through 4.
1 through 4 plus
ODST.
ODST
Okay.
and Reach.
Okay, and
So I've
Reach,
played everything except 5. Yeah, except 5.
okay,
Skip
5,
five.
5, which is
Skip
only on
5.
the Xbox One or Series X.
Just skip on.
And I've heard it's complete bollocks.
Yeah,
I could give this to you right now if I really had that opportunity of why 5 is not bad. And I didn't even buy it. Like, when I saw, okay, Cortana's a bad chick. It's not a spoiler. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not crazy about it. One. But the point is that Infinite, I heard, is a little bit half-baked, but they made it better. It's just they were 343 Studios is trying to do a live service as well. And that's what kind of like affected people. But the thing is, 343 and Bungie, before Bungie really sold out to be the true live service with Halo, or not Halo, but Destiny, they still have good hands-on with an FPS shooter. So it's like, I gotta appreciate the way of playing it, how it goes. Like, they really did, even if you're taking that engine. I love Halo 4. I'm gonna be the first person to say that. That was great. Obviously, I love ODST. I love Halo 1 and partially 2 and 3. They have the greatest. You should give Infinite a try because it's just there. Watch the YouTube video whenever you're doing some nonsense for 5. Get it there. I do feel that sometimes that games get lost and it's a fandom show today, everybody. Games get lost in track because of how negative people are initially are on the Twitterverse and other social media aspects. But when games are obviously going to be like a live service and then they develop back afterwards, you want to get back into it. Because if you give up on certain games, you're not going to get the benefit of stuff like Pokemon Scarlet on the Switch 2. Where you get that updated resolution in 4K FPS, baby, it's so good. 60 FPS. I digress, but yeah, give it a shot. I am probably not the guy to go for recommendations compared to Francisco because I've actually been expanding my palette too, like you have. Um, I'm learning, man. Like part of things, like I played Liza P and I beat Liza P, right? We never thought I would venture into it.
Yeah.
Francisco's a safe bet because he's Mr. Indies, but you know me, I'm a bit of a tech snob. So if you have good powered hardware, let's push that to the limit.
I mean,
So,
I've pushed what he's got, and he's got a GTX 1080, which is a pretty good hard graphics card to work with. A lot of people still use it to this day.
I view it as a mid play of the PS4 Pro, which is perfectly fine, guys.
Which is going to run pretty much every single one of these games, even the modern ones on middle to low end. So
the thing is, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
The thing I'm going to peer onto is that with Andrew, this isn't good for Andrew. It goes for everybody else who just wants to listen to the gaming portion of it. I would love to have a PC. We all know I live in a shack. Love my shack, but still a shack, right? I have a laptop, and the funny thing is, when I went on Twitch, it said Amazon Games. The capability of playing so many games at the cheapest price it gives me wet dreams because you guys know I'm a hustler, and when you're hustling for good quality content, it's the greatest win that you get out there. And there's still generations of games, and I would encourage anybody to revisit back to it because my problem with PC is that developers are console focused first, but once they get back into it, and then you get the proper resolution, the proper patches, mods if you need them, you are, man. There's like only PlayStation purposely sabotages their stuff. I'm just gonna say it right now when it comes to a PC port. But everybody else who's non-Sony, you're really probably getting the best experience to play something. Yeah, controllers are kind of weird if you're not a mouse and key guy, but really mouse and key ought to be for just third-person, first-person shooters. Just saying it right there. Go get yourself, one of those Xbox controllers or the knockoffs or anything else in between, and then you're just gravy, right? You're just gravy in between stuff because a lot of the games are gimmicks. But you might say, I got EA Play or I got Game Pass, or I got Sony eventually bringing the PS Plus and all this other stuff, or Steam and all those things. It's a benefit because games right now, if I want to go down the store and what's coming out next week, Donkey Kong Bonanza, super excited, getting that for free.
Oh yeah.
I would have to pay $70 for that for one particular game that I may or may not like. There's no blockbuster. You don't get game trials. You ain't got the Netflix game boxes, or Metal Gear Solid is 2 months from now, or next month actually. And if I'm like, man, it's a waste, I'm like losing $50-$60 and then some. You being able to do a licensing catalog, you might not own the games, but for Charles, you hold on to the memories, not the physicality of it. You can't hold on to the person that you fell in love with the first time, but you have the memories of the person you fell in love with the first time. And the same equivalent as if we're gonna go Uncharted, just as an example for, we'll go Halo because I'm going on Game Pass, of us just storming the Covenant, or we're just taking care of the flood. That's the memories. There's a good trade-off because it's not costing you $60 for that singular game, right? And if you tried to trade
it the multiplayer
or sell on eBay, well, the servers are lasting forever on the PC. That's always beautiful. Brother, I used to just kill time play Unreal Tournament. The point being is that it's a buffet. Treat it like that, and you're good. Because what happens is, if you upgrade to any consoles that you want to or whatever, you can remember playing on those games and go, that might be worth the purchase. Because the way I think about it, my man, is, and this is how I'm going to shape everybody's UMB support of these kind of subscription services, treat it just like Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, and everything. Parents were not going to approve of us paying $50, $60, $70 on those N64, PS2, PS3, 360 games, right? So we got to rent them, and if we're lucky enough to beat them within a time frame, then we're good. And we would not want that. Some people do, and you guys can have that, but in the fire, you're not. If there's a fire in your house, you're not saving like Rule of Rose. You're not saving. You might if it's a collectible, but you're not saving Halo ODST. You're not saving Astrobot. I might actually save Astrobot, but that's my point. So I think you have a great opportunity to just ride this out for the year, man, and just dabble. And if you're sick of it within the first couple of hours, then you go to something else. That's what I did with those From Software Dark Souls games. When they came out, I'm like, I've heard good things about it. I played 5 hours. I'm like, this is shit. Well, 2. And then I just went to the next one. Treat it like Blockbuster. You'll be happy.
Yeah. Actually, it could be kind of a throwback in that sense. So you can treat it that way. I'm going down the list here, and I'm gonna put it on the screen for the video version of some of the games that are on here. If you want to stop on any of these, Charles, while you're looking at them, just let me know.
This is perfect.
We can kind of give Andrew some.
A Way Out you can actually play with us.
Ooh, I've never played A Way Out. I've wanted to play it. It's from that one studio. Was it the French studio, whatever that makes these...
Hazelight?
Yeah,
or Hazelight. That
make was it A Tale of the Two Brothers or whatever?
They did Brothers. They did Split Fiction, and
Split
then they
Fiction.
did
It Takes Two, which I have not beaten with my sister yet because she just hasn't played it with me. So, yeah.
I just killed another pitcher, by the way.
So A Way Out is a good. It's a story that we go through together, where you play as one character and I play on another character, and we're just trying to push the story along while doing our own thing at the same time. So it's co-op, and that's it. So it's a co-op story, single player experience that has been made into a multiplayer experience. It's really nice.
Yeah. You really do any of the Ages of Empire if you just want kind of that was it 40 RTS kind of stuff. They're right.
Let's see.
That was Aliens.
Aliens, Dark Descent.
I never got to the Among Us, and they gave us it free on like 2 different consoles.
Yeah, I played it a little bit. It wasn't my jam.
I can't do the fads, man. Like, you can tell it's just a fad.
You got the art games, but those are like RPGs.
It surprises me it surprises me that those stay relevant as well.
Although surprisingly, some of the lingo that came from the game is still around, like sus.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I can roll with that. All right, you could do Assassin's Creed, but I don't think you would like it because it's not the OG Assassin's Creed if you remember from like the 360 days. You could do Odyssey. It depends on what you like, but the problem is that there's a historical.
If you like, if you're into history, because I think Odyssey does a pretty good job with the Greek stuff.
Yes, but as an Assassin's Creed story, it kind of falls short. That's the problem with the series. You want a history buff moment, or do you want?
Don't they have like a history mode or something where you can just kind of look at stuff? I think they have.
I think that came to other games, but remember the whole thing was Templars versus whatever assassins, and they really strayed off the deep end there. You can always play Balatro if you want to chill.
Andrew, you should play. You should install Balatro. That is
What is that?
It's poker, but with a twist.
Rogue like deck poker, and you have to be
very simple to pick up. Very simple to pick up, and very relaxing to play. Like at the end of the day, once you look at it, an hour has gone by, but it's
audiobook sports.
Yeah, the soundtrack is gonna get stuck in your head. It's already in my head right now. Now that I saw the logo.
9 out of 10.
Yeah, it was nominated for Game of the Year.
9 out of 10.
A simple, a Canadian developer that took 6 months because I forgot what his normal job was.
He was bored.
And he just like took 6 months off from his normal job to develop a poker roguelike video game that he thought 6 of his friends would buy and nobody else, and ended up selling millions upon millions of copies and becoming a Game of the Year nominee. So it's a pretty inspirational story, and he actually finally beat the game for the first time ever. He completed everything in his own video game that he created, and now he's like, I think I'm ready for something else. So look out.
God bless him.
You'll have to send me a link to that one or
I'll
something.
send it to you right now.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Very, yeah. Charles got in on it months ago, and then I finally got it on the PlayStation and Game Pass when I got Doom, and I
got it for the Switch, and I was like, this is the perfect Switch console game.
True. Like, it actually would be perfect for the Switch. But and maybe that's what you might ultimately do. Just try it out here and be like, oh man, this would be great to take on the go. I don't know if it's on the phone. Maybe I'd assume
it's on the phone. It's like $15 on the phone.
Yeah,
I couldn't download to my phone. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Sometimes at lunch I'll watch like Hulu or Peacock or whatever. Any of the apps. But if you put that, get the hell out of here.
Let's see. Got all the Battlefield.
Battlefield
games.
4's. I love Battlefield 3. Battlefield 4 is where it's at though. for you, kind of thing. Andrew, I'm just gonna put the link in the chat for. It's on Game Pass, but you just know what to kind of work with.
Got it.
Hardline wasn't bad, but it can go from there. I'm a looking multitasking. I will always, focus on people getting some stuff.
Borderlands
So
3.
I like Borderlands, but I don't know if I can recommend Borderlands 3. Borderlands 2 is.
I have 1 and 2. I've yet to play them yet. Actually, I have all 3. I think. So
yeah,
and Tiny Tina's.
I love Burnout Paradise. Yes.
Oh, I really do want to play that one. I played Need for Speed Most Wanted, which was developed by the same people. So, yeah, you have all the Call of Duties as well.
I mean, I played Black Ops 6. I like it. I never. Okay, guys, if you ask for that to be more than what it is, which is me playing Team Deathmatch and listening to audiobooks, I don't know what to tell you. But when you want, you will get full of a fast food burger, right? That's it. That's how I view the Call of Duties. Battlefield had a bad taste in my mouth with 2042, but that's all I can say.
You get City Skyline 2. I know you played City Skyline 1, Andrew. So 2 is on here.
Oh, you have Player Expedition 33. Not his jam, but damn, Francisco, you should jump on that while you can.
Is it an RPG? It's
right? Like a turn-based.
Okay. All right then.
Yeah.
I gotta get through. I gotta get through Mario and Luigi. I will get through it. I will get through it before Donkey Kong.
Control 40. Right there. He's got control.
Control. If Andrew, if you want to jump in on this with me and Charles, control.
Do you like psychic powers? Do you like to throw a fucking 3 table at somebody?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Deep Lore. Finnish developer. We love Finland out over here.
Mm-hmm.
So we got that. Got the Crash Bandicoot games.
I like it if you just want a platformer.
Yeah.
That's just me.
So if you played back in the old PlayStation days, they got the remastered games. Crackdown 3, an open world game where it's just kind of just blowing stuff up and using grappling hooks and all kinds of stuff. I can recommend that one. I really enjoyed Crackdown 3. I really enjoyed it. So
I'm losing track. You're gonna have to send me the link.
Don't worry, I'm actually making it listed. Just text it in the chat.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'll go over it again, but I'll probably just give you the ones like the I'll probably give you like 5, and we'll just go from there. I don't want to overwhelm you.
I'm just being I'm being the note taker here. Don't worry. Crusader Kings, I heard good things. Wouldn't be for him though.
Dead Cells, which I've never played. Dead Space.
Maybe I kind of would put him on Crisis.
You've played Dead Space.
Zombie? Yeah, I have. It's good.
I don't think Andrew's a horror person.
No,
absolutely not.
Is that Dead Space remake or Dead Space?
It's both. Yeah, the original and the remake.
Yeah. I like Deathloop. I overrated it, but I liked
have
it.
I haven't tried it yet.
I don't think he would like it because you have to.
I'm
gonna put it in there. You gotta.
Let's see, Diablo. I don't know if he's played any.
I don't know if he would like Diablo. Diablo's a weird thing because there's guys who like it. Well, the thing is, there's people who like it, and there's people who don't know they would like it until they play it. I was that person because it's simple. Diablo is super simple, man. I'll put Diablo. Why not?
Dishonored, which you like. Yeah, you like Dishonored.
I like the Dishonored series. Maybe I overrated a little bit, but I like it.
Donut County is fun and stupid.
Yeah.
It's about sticking things into holes, and the holes get bigger.
I'm not saying about that.
It's a lighthearted little game that you can get done in maybe a couple hours or so. An indie game, so that's why I've played that. So Donut County is fun. It's just fun, dumb fun, with a ridiculous story with a raccoon that kind of just starts to make holes all over the world. Doom. Oh boy.
Yeah. I have it in there already for you. It's recommendable.
Yeah, any of the Doom games I will recommend. I don't know. Well, I think me and Andrew have played Doom, the OGs, together. Doom 1 and 2. But you got Doom 64. Doom 3, I don't recommend to you, Andrew, because that one's more of a spooky game. That one's more like jump scares and horror in that sort of sense. But if you wanted to do the power trip stuff, Doom Eternal and Doom the Dark Ages, I can wholly recommend as well. Because you're just slaying slaying demons and being a very good Christian. um,
Yeah, that's actually a proper way of saying.
let's see. I've never played any of the Dragon Age games.
I can't speak for them. Like I remember playing some, but I always lose like interest in
You
them.
played
I
Dragon Ball
enjoyed,
Xenoverse?
yeah, I did. I don't know if Andrew likes Dragon Ball that much to create his own character and train with people, but if you want a fighting game, that's not really what it is. It's just kind of like a build your own guy RPG.
Yeah, so
Okay.
power fantasy for anime fans.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was
Yeah.
7 out of 10.
I never played any of these. I don't play soccer, but you got all
Yeah,
the
I
EA
played-
sports games here. WRC, I've played 2 of the WRC games.
Isn't that just Rally?
Yeah,
or
Rally.
the
Yeah.
other guy. All right.
So Rally Racing, I don't know if you're into rally driving,
Yeah,
Sega
I-
Rally,
I'm-
Sega Rally Championships,
I'm cool with
racing games.
racing. Yeah.
Yeah, racing games are fun. WRC, of course, is more structured and it's a simulation type of game,
Yeah.
so it's not arcadey in the sense of like Sega Rally. But I've thoroughly enjoyed it. That's why I've got the racing wheel because it's one of the things that, for whatever reason, I just enjoy racing video games, but I'm not hardcore about it yet. But whenever I do get a place of my own, I think I'll probably get the racing setup because I've talked with Doug about that, and I feel like that's something that we would do. Let's see. I've heard good things about Enter the Gungeon, but I haven't played it yet.
I have it. It's just somewhere there.
Let's see. F1. You got the F1 games as well. Haven't tried those yet, although I'm interested.
I'm gonna say the controversial shit. 4. I played so many Fallouts. I think they're all overrated. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. When the highlight of your games is the bugs, you were missing the point here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone
never-
had to be strong and brave to say it.
Never. I haven't been I have a lot of these games. I just haven't been interested in playing them. Okay, Far Cry. They got 4, 5, 6, and New Dawn. I've only
Absolutely
tried 3.
not. I hate 5 so much. We know this, man. 4 was fine, but 3 is really what you want to play at. But fuck 5, man. 5 is my curse word limit. I skipped 6. Firebreak is on there. I'm gonna put F-
Firebreak is on there. Farming Simulator. I have played. Very relaxing in that sense.
If those Goat Simulator games are there, you should play those. Those are fun.
Goat
I
Simulator.
love Goat Simulator.
Yeah, they let's see. Flock, Firewatch, I haven't played any of these. Football Manager, nope. Oh gosh, Forza. Andrew.
Hmm.
Forza Horizon 5 is so much fun.
Okay.
I have recommended it. I bet Doug would recommend it because we've played it together when it came out. It's an open world racing game with lots of things to do, lots of challenges, lots of multiplayer stuff. You can kind of just dick around with your friends as well. Just really, really, really fun to play. Okay, so especially, it's one of those games. I remember when I played that, and of course I played every Forza Horizon game. A very good game to actually pretend like you're on a drive, just put on a podcast and just go. Especially Forza Horizon 5, you go over the course of a landscape. This time it's Mexico, and all kinds of biomes within that. Just a super fun game. And I have it downloaded to both my PCs, actually, because I thoroughly enjoy it that much. Forza Motorsport, which I do have on this PC here, Gloria, I guess I'm just going to call it Gloria now. And I've been trying it out. Once more simulation-oriented compared to Forza Horizon 5, which is more arcadey. You can make it more simulation-oriented if you want to, but you don't have to. Motorsport is more like in the vein of course, Gran Turismo and that like. But still enjoyable, still a very well-polished game with realistic race courses and things like that, especially if you're just trying to get a simulation out of that. And I've enjoyed some time with it too, a couple hours here and there for that one. Let's see, Frostpunk Full Throttle, Gears 5, 4, 1, and Tactics are on here. I haven't tried any of the Gears games. I don't know if you have, Andrew, from the 360 days.
No, I never played Gears.
Okay.
Like I can never finish it.
Okay. I want to try Ghostwire Tokyo, just haven't
Same. We both have it.
Goat Simulator
Goat
3 is on
Simulators.
here, so we could try that together because that's multiplayer, just to dick around
Nice.
and have fun, too. So we could play that. Golf with your friends.
I love
I
that
remember
game.
Francisco Andrew talked about too.
Yeah, you've actually recommend. I can download that if we want to play that together.
I've played it on Steam, but that is a really fun game.
Okay, so I'll download that one. GTA 5
Hey, I
is
can
on
actually
here.
recommend a game to you for once.
There we go. Hey, look. So GTA 5 is on here.
Oh.
Haven't given that a shot, but you have that, Charles? I'm not sure.
I mean, I have 10, 11 years ago.
I'm gonna go along with the meme here and say Andrew played a GTA game before GTA 6 came out.
Yeah, like it's possible.
Let's see. Grid Legends, I
I-
haven't tried yet. I own it, but I just haven't tried it yet.
I have Grim Fandango Remastered. I just haven't got to it. But if you want like a story play around game, I heard it's fantastic. I don't know if it's because of the time.
It's an adventure game, right? One of the old school adventure
Yeah.
games, yeah.
Halo, we've already talked
Yeah,
about
you have
it.
the entire Halo series pretty much, 1 through 4, Infinite, Wars, Wars 2, Spartan Assault, and Spartan Strike. So you got a lot there.
Why wouldn't they have 5 on there?
Because 5 was developed specifically for the Xbox One, and its physics engines was built specifically for the Xbox One, so that's why it's only on the Xbox One and I guess the
So
Series
you
X.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That sounds stupid.
I,
but okay.
I was reading up on it. I'm like, why isn't 5 on any of these? And that's why. And Microsoft doesn't want to put in the money to try and get that to work on.
That is so
Everything after
stupid, but okay.
But I guess according to Charles, it's not really worth it.
No.
And maybe
I
that's
agree.
why they're not doing it, because maybe people hated that
Hi-Fi Rush,
entry in the
yes.
series. I want to download and play that one.
Oh, that's right. You didn't do it. It was just me.
Yeah. I mean, I was always interested in it. I just never got a chance.
It's like a week 8, but it's a good 8. It's a
Uh,
rhythm-based video game. It's
Okay. Yeah, I love rhythm-based video games. Heard
fun.
good things
Immortals
about
is
Hollow
actually
Knight.
good. I don't think Andrew would like it, but I liked it.
Yeah, it's was it Breath of the Wild-esque?
Yes, it's basically their Greek Breath of the Wild.
Okay. Let's see. Injustice
Hollow
2.
Knight. Yeah, if you want a fighting game, sure. Indiana Jones, I haven't played it, but you can always be our guinea pig.
It Takes Two. Once again,
We
if
do
you
that
want
with
to
Andrew.
play that together, Andrew, I got to beat that game with somebody, so maybe you'll be
Alright.
the one. Because my sister just won't go and get on board. Jurassic World Evolution 2, I have not started yet. I beat 1 already. I want to try 2 because 3 is coming out. If you ever,
note, as we're going on the gaming stuff, are you watching Rebirth?
I haven't watched any of the, except for Jurassic World 1. I haven't watched any of the other ones.
You don't have to watch anything except for.
I've only watched the clips on YouTube just to see the dinosaurs and be like, okay, I got it. I get the
that's
gist. But Jurassic World Evolution 2, I can wholly recommend, based on 1, because if you like creating, these park simulators, Sim Cities, that type of stuff, City Skyline, and you just want to make dinosaurs, that's up your alley. And well, I love dinosaurs,
Alright.
so it's up my alley, that's for sure. Let's see, Killer Instinct, haven't played. League of Legends, Lego Star Wars, Little Kitty. Big
Yeah,
City.
I don't think all the Legos games are the same, so it's
Yeah.
really tough.
Yeah, I just played Jurassic World Lego, and I was like, okay, fine, with my nephew. I got the 2 Maddens, Madden 25, so you got the latest of that.
Yes, Mafia maybe if you want to.
I have Mafia. I haven't tried it yet. I have all 3 of them,
If you-
actually.
I do.
Are
too.
all
You
of
can
these
go
like
back-
multiplayer?
Some,
No.
yes.
Some
We'll
single
indicate which ones are multiplayer.
Is Mafia multiplayer?
No.
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're playing the games that you maybe missed out on in your sabbatical from gaming,
Let's
but they do
see.
like definitive stuff and remasters, which make them a little bit better.
Yeah, you got the Mass Effect games, but
Mass Effect is just too much of an endeavor for me to attack, man.
Mech Warrior. Let's see, Medal of Honor.
You would like
Ooh, which one? Which one?
Mech
Mercenary.
Warrior 5.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you played that. I remember.
Yeah.
And just played
Well,
that. That's
Well,
like,
not
like
5,
the old
but
ones, like
I-
the Xbox ones.
No, PC ones.
Oh,
PC
wow.
ones, man. 2 and 3.
Mech Warrior 2 I
Is
played,
that
came out in 95. Mech 3
I've
came
seen-
out in '99. Played that. Yeah, those are like the first video games that I played, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, you got MechWarrior 5, so
Sweet.
that's on there. Let's see, Metal Slug. I find Metal Slug games are fine.
Yeah, it's the same thing of how you feel about every beat 'em up game, because no shoot 'em up game is different.
Flight Simulator 2024. If you want to, Air Force proud this with me, Andrew.
Ooh. All right.
I just installed it onto my PC, so because I do want to try it. I've tried 2020, but I haven't tried 2024 yet.
I am honestly stunned at how many games are on this thing.
I mean, sheesh. So I mean, you're gonna get your money's worth. That's for sure. If you wanna.
Yeah, I was all metaphor. If you want to play JRPG, that was just crap.
Minecraft, obviously. I'm down for Minecraft as well. Played it a ton.
All this is on Game Pass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is This is everything you just bought into.
Do you remember like these are a few of my favorite things? This is what we're
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I downloaded Mirror's Edge.
Music, right?
I downloaded
Mirror's Edge is that like first-person parkour one, right?
Yes, you got both the first one and the sequel. I started playing the first one a little bit, and yep. Mortal Kombat 11 is on here.
I got words on that.
Talking about beat 'em ups. There you go.
Was a fighting game, but yeah, like it's just they can't evolve, man. And yes, it was from The Sound of Music. I just had to make sure that Roger Hammerstein needs a few of my favorite things. It's the cinephile in me.
Great song. Great song.
Thank you. That's how I feel looking through this stuff.
Moving Out 2. Moving Out 1 is really fun. Moving Out 2, I'm going to assume, is just as fun.
Surprised there's no Hotline Miami.
No, I guess not. But remember, these are interchangeable. They change every month. Let's see, Naraka.
Basically, all the Need for Speed.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Need for Speedophile. And
which one would you recommend? So I could
let's see. So Heat is based on Miami. So if Andrew wants to drive around some familiar-esque locales, he can. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit is more based on two sides. You can either be the racers or the cops, and you have to play on both sides just to complete the game. And that's fun in its own aspect. Need for Speed Heat is more of an open world that has a bunch of stuff to do, kind of sort of like Forza Horizon, but it's kind of its own thing. More the street racing aspect in that sense. And of course, getting away from cops. Need for Speed Most Wanted, the same thing. It's also open world, but there's less to do because it was the first one out of these. I guess the modern generation of this. But I highly recommend Most Wanted as well if you want to have a simplified version of the open world stuff, because I played that on the Wii U of all things. And I haven't played Payback or Rivals or Unbound or the I guess the rebranded Need for Speed or whatever gosh, what do you call it? The rebirth, the relaunch, whatever you call it.
Reload.
Yeah. Let's see, Neon Abyss. I'm playing new Super Lucky's Tales right now because I've heard good things. It's a platformer, the old school N64 PlayStation style platformers of back in the day, but just in the modern day.
I kind of want to recommend him Ninja Gaiden, but I know he's gonna break his controller doing it, so I can't do the original hard-ass games.
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Game. Okay, that's Smash Brothers clone there. All-Star Brawl 2 for Nickelodeon. They have all the Ninja Gaiden games. So I haven't tried any of those. No Man's Sky.
Ooh, want to. Andrew could be our.
True. I've actually.
They keep updating it, dude.
Yeah, they do. That's more of space exploration. You land on planets, you travel. It's multiplayer.
Overcooked 2 is a devil. Don't play it. It's great, but if you play with us, I don't think it has. Maybe it has crossplay. Actually, I'm gonna.
Maybe.
I'll check into that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it in there and I'll check into it.
Okay.
Because having 3 chefs would actually be awesome. So, it's a cooking game, but it's a co-op cooking game with timers, and there's a storyline, and everything comes into it, and it's super addicting and super simple. But I'm gonna be shouting at you, and I want you not to take it
Yeah, you almost killed Jen.
harshly, but like, I will fight anybody on Overcooked. All my buddies have got him like, hey, you're kind of mean. I'm like the chef from the bear.
Yeah. I've heard good
Well,
things
I put
about
it.
Ori. I just
Yeah.
haven't tried it yet. Let's
Yeah,
see.
you know the problem with the Ori series? It's too pricey for. I can't pay $20 for 2D games. I'm too cheap, and then I forget about it.
Let's see. Plants vs Zombies. Haven't tried any of those.
Oh, I've heard good things about that one.
Yeah. Populous is on here.
However, my bias is always going to push your technology, not settle on technology.
Charles hates Prey.
I fucking hate that game. 7. I can't tell you, and it's so disappointing because I recommended 3 games from the same developer with the Dishonored series and Deathloop, and then you give me Prey, which is just a slap in the face.
Psychonauts and Psychonauts 2, which I've heard good things, but I haven't tried. Quake.
It's great, dude.
Played Quake 1, haven't tried Quake 2 even though I own it. I used to own Quake 3 Arena on the Dreamcast, but that's more multiplayer focused. But it's also an older game, which is it's aged. So there you go. And I haven't tried 4 yet, but I want to. But I just have to get through 2 before I try 4. Quantum Break, if you want to get back into, once again, the Remedy-verse. Kind of separate, but also matters at the same time, which is the way they do things with Remedy.
Yeah. I would recommend the Resident Evils, but you would hate it.
So Quantum Break is about kind of time travel in that sense. So sci-fi in that sense, if you're into that, Andrew.
Okay.
Let's see, the Resident Evil series. I've Rematch is kind of the meme game right now. I don't know if you.
That's going to be a no for me. I can already tell you.
It's soccer and it's a meme game and it's kind of like I guess they're.
Wait, Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Well, Rematch is by the Seafood people, but Resident Evil we already knew it wasn't your gig, so we skipped it. You can put it on easy mode if anything, but Rematch.
Well, no, it's just the whole zombie shit. That's 2. No, that's 1. That's 1.
You've had another one, so I'm giving you 2. Not Johnny at the bench.
Yeah, Rematch. I've seen some clips on YouTube and Instagram.
They got a balance. I'm not a soccer guy, but y'all love.
I've seen some pretty insane glitches. I'm just like, I don't think I would enjoy that if I was playing multiplayer.
They got a balance. And the Seafood developer, Slow Clap, is very responsive. You support that company.
Let's see. Charles has played Rise of the Tomb Raider and has recommended it.
Very good. I'm going to put it in there as recommended. And if they had the original Tomb Raider or the first one from the Crystal Dynamics, I'm going to do Rise of the Tomb Raider. Even though you'll kind of be lost, so that's kind of annoying. Wait for that. But yeah, I'm putting that in there.
I've heard good things of Sea of Solitude. It's an indie game, and I want to try it. So it's up my alley.
Sea of Thieves, our buddy Brendan. Follow him on the
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's into that. He actually recommended it as a non-sponsor.
Yeah.
And that's multiplayer also, I think.
Correct.
You're pirates.
I kind of want to get it, but I don't want to pay $20 for it.
The Shadow of the Tomb Raider, part of that Tomb Raider trilogy, the more modern one.
That one. Yeah.
Let's see, Shadowrun. Haven't tried any of the Shadowrun games. Sifu.
Sifu. All right.
Oh, boy.
I mean, it might frustrate
it's
you a little
installed
bit.
on my PC. I just haven't tried it yet, Charles.
Like that is. I gave it number 3 or 4 on my game of the year stuff. It was a very competitive year too, but that was fantastic. I can't speak enough about it. Once you learn how to play, it's perfect.
The SimCity series, plenty of those if you're into that. But I guess the Superior City Skylines are on here as well, so I don't know if you want to get into that. Let's see. South of Midnight, heard some good things. South Park, Fractured But Whole.
They're fun. Sniper Elite, if you just want to have gore in your life. Just saying.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Yes.
How often do these games get pulled?
Depending. It's just like Netflix or Amazon Prime, where they'll announce what is going to get pulled the next month, right? And what's going to be added the next month or so. So a majority of these I've seen time and time again, especially all the stuff from Microsoft stays. All the stuff from EA, for the most part, stays as well. As well as the stuff from Ubisoft.
This is the bigger way of explaining it. Brand new AAA games, you probably got it for about 3 months. Anything else kind of stays a lot longer. That's the trend that I've seen.
Let's see, Splitgate 1, which is a multiplayer shooting game. Splitgate 2, actually, I haven't tried that one yet. I've tried the
Second
first
one
one.
died on. They say it's like died on arrival.
Yeah.
Because the microtransactions.
Yeah, so I'm not really into that. Spyro, I think you tried that, Charles?
I didn't.
Oh,
I was
okay.
never a big Spyro guy.
Okay. The Star Wars, tons of Star Wars games. You have Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor. Charles, you tried 3 of these?
I played all those Star Wars games,
Okay.
and I think the most entertaining one was the Battlefront and Squadrons. Fallen Order, I think I gave a 7. Really want to give a 6.5. I didn't mind Survivor. I gave it like a 7.5, I think. But like, Andrew would probably like it. You can put it on easy mode and call it a day kind of thing, and then you're kosher. It's all good. It's just one of those things where like, you do have to value the time of the games, and if you're not a Star Wars fan, there's not you're only gonna get so much fruit out of that or juice out of that fruit, you know.
Let's see, StarCraft is on here.
Yeah.
Let's see, Stardew Valley, which I think
He would love that.
Doug would wholeheartedly recommend that game.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
Andrew, you
poured,
chill.
I don't know how many hours into that game.
It's Harvest Moon, but a little darker.
Okay.
I played it at like a buddy's, but it's like there's games on here that you need to chill and relax with. I have those games. Francisco has those games.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had a hard day at work, and shooting stuff doesn't make you feel good. You go with this stuff that gives you an ulterior calm life.
Yeah, keep sending them my way.
I got you. Sunset Overdrive, I just want him to be my guinea pig on, but like, I'm gonna put that in.
Okay, Andrew's playing Super Mega Baseball 4 right now.
Yep.
And then Super Hot, I haven't tried yet. I'd like to.
Yeah, I have it somewhere.
Where
We're almost
first-person puzzle shooting game, based on time, so which is good. Let's see, Superliminal, I haven't tried either. Those first-person puzzle game in the vein of like Portal or things like that. I haven't tried that. Symphonia, I have tried. It's a small indie game. You probably can finish it in about an hour and a half or so. Just a short musical adventure 2D game. A platformer in that sense. Let's see. Zao, no. Team Fight Tad, no. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
We loved it, but it depends if you just like beat 'em ups, because all beat 'em ups.
If you like the old school Ninja Turtles games from the 90s, from the arcades and the Super Nintendo and the Genesis, then that's up your alley. I haven't tried Mutants Unleashed yet.
Nor have I.
Tell Me Why is a let's see, it's that studio, gosh darn it, Don't Nod or whatever it's called, and they make story-based adventure games with, of course, branching paths. So if you're into that type of story, it's, there's no real action or anything like that, or maybe a few quick time events, but it's for the most part just a story that you can choose your own adventure made into a video game.
Okay.
So choose your own adventure made into a video game. This one's about loss and family and that type of thing. I played through it. I thought it was really nice story. If you just want a story there. So let's see. I haven't played any of these. The Bard's Tale, Callisto Protocol. Nope. Elder Scrolls is on here as well. So you're going to get all of those games. Let's see. The Evil Within. Haven't tried yet. I have both of them.
So actually, I've been watching the gameplays. I think I told you guys in chat, there's just some games I want to try, but I know I'm never going to pay money for. So I've been watching the Evil Within 2, which reminds me I have to continue my viewing of it. Okay. So thank you. Outer Worlds, nah.
Let's see. The Sims. You have Titanfall 2.
I loved it. He might like it. I'm going to put it in there.
Titanfall?
Yeah, Titanfall 2. First person.
I've heard about that one.
First person
I've heard
shooter.
good things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't shut up about it. It's a good sci-fi story. The multiplayer is fine, but like I actually enjoyed
Like
thoroughly.
a 5-hour story, not too long.
Yeah, 6 hours. It has mechs in there, Andrew.
Yeah, you can be a big old.
I know
machine.
it's regular shooter, and then you kind of like you get a nuke in Call of Duty. You can get a mech if you power up or whatever.
Oh, they do have the Crystal Dynamic Tomb Raiders. So yeah, I'm
they
gonna
have
put that
all
in
of
there.
them. They have the trilogy.
You might be getting, by the way, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. when it comes out.
Yeah, that's right. That's
So let me
right.
just put that in there. Tony Hawk Remastered.
So
Because
yeah, Tony
I'm getting
Hawk.
that. I enjoyed 1 and 2 remastered, but I'm gonna get 3 and 4 because 3 and 4 I dedicated my soul to.
Back in the day.
13 and 14.
Yeah. That could be something we all could go in on if it's
Yeah,
multiplayer.
I will let you hoes know that I'm not counting as a curse word, but when that's out because I'm just putting on the PSN credit that I have. Got put to you somehow, right?
And let's see, totally accurate battle simulator is just dumb. I have it. You just kind of pit.
I've heard of tabs.
Yeah.
I've heard of tabs.
Weird battle simulations that you just kind of want to see happen. It's just dumb fun.
And at the risk of killing your computer.
Yeah, that's true.
I've seen people that maxed that thing out to where it was like 1 frame a second.
Yeah. Let's see. I've heard good things about Tunic, which is a Zelda.
Yeah.
Retro Zelda clone.
I don't feel like it's backtracking because I even hate backtracking. I hate backtracking so much. Dude.
Turnip Boy robs a bank. I haven't tried it yet. I played Turnip Boy commits tax evasion, which is the first game in the series, and it's just also a very dumb, a dumb little adventure with Turnip Boy, 2D adventure style game. So maybe 3 or so hours long.
Unravel 2 is good.
Okay.
I played 2. It's a good co-op. I'm gonna put that in there in case y'all do that.
Let's see. Vampire Survivors, Warcraft games are on here.
Yeah, listen. I feel like Hal from Malcolm in the Middle was like, "Son, once you go down this road, there's no going back." And that's how I felt the same way about going on Warhammer.
Space
Marine I did Space Marines 2, I was like,
you played Space Marine 2 this year, right, Charles?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah.
So 1 is on here, not 2.
Yeah, I had to do a deep dive, but with okay, I'm gonna say something. You're not a nerd if you play Warhammer. I'm just saying it's really effing cool. I can never do the figurines.
Henry Cavill does the figurines.
Look, he's perfect, okay, and he's also rich. Those figurines are expensive, like lucky.
But he's
lucky
one of us.
He is really one of us. It's great. Wastelands wouldn't be his jam. Watch Dogs, I always felt like what was the point of Watch Dogs? I was like, okay.
Yeah, I didn't believe in the hype, and I just never got the allure of it. We love Katamari.
You liked it.
Is that any relation to Katamari Damacy?
Oh, it is.
I'll put that in there.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You're also in the generation where they're remastering stuff to make it more efficient for today's.
True. They're remastering a lot of the PS2, Xbox, GameCube stuff right now, which is great. And I love Katamari. It's a fun series, and of course, the King of All Cosmos is a horrible father. The Wolfenstein games are on here.
I liked New Colossus. I thought that was just neat because I love messing with Nazis.
Andrew would love to kill Nazis. So. That's up your alley, Andrew.
Yes.
World War Z, I haven't tried, and Zoo Tycoon is on here as well. And that's the list.
All right, so I'm gonna put Wolfenstein just for.
I'll after the show because we're coming up at 10 o'clock now, and I guess this is the entire show. It's just us going through Game Pass and recommending stuff to Andrew.
Well, we're gonna do reviews, and
yeah, next time we will.
I don't think we need obviously a non-sponsor right now because we just sponsored Game Pass and all the games in it.
Right. But I think if we have some, I'm gonna pick 5 that I think would be nice for Andrew to kind of dip his toes into, and I will get Super Mega Baseball 4 to work on my PC, and I will download NHL 24 or find the hard drive that has it, and I still have MLB 23. So
maybe if you could find me Mega Baseball for $15, I pop it on to the PSN. In a heartbeat. I'm not paying $50 because I looked for you yesterday and I was like, brother, what?
yeah, it is $50. It's $5 if you get EA Play, but yeah.
Yeah, well, come on, man. You know how many backlog stuff I have, and that's the reason why I don't personally I wish to be liberated of these chains of the physical purchases I do, but the ability to trade in games to get more money out of it. Like, I'll give you an example. I got Cyberpunk for like $5. Good game, very good game. Great, I would almost say. 8.5, a little overrated. But I got it back. Like, I got it for 5. I traded in for 10. Like, that's how I do it, man.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I gotta get that out there, you guys.
All right.
I get it, but it's in consideration.
So that's an hour. I think we're just gonna end it here.
Yes.
Interesting episode, but I think it's very enlightening for Andrew because he didn't really realize how many games are on here and how many things could actually be up your alley.
Yeah, you've shown me the light.
Okay. So I'll download a few things. I'll definitely. I mean, we could download Halo, man. I don't mind. I've played the multiplayer. It's still pretty fun. So.
Yeah.
Multiplayer is just near.
That would be fun to do co-op with you.
Oh, that's okay. So I've never played. So I've only played Halo 1. I've never played Halo 2 or 3. And if those are co-op,
all right, well,
if those campaigns are co-op, I will do.
They are all of them are co-op.
Oh, then we are going to have some fun because I will download Halo and we can go through the campaign mode.
Excellent.
The weirdest thing is that allegedly, because you have Gears, that was an Xbox game that's coming to the PlayStation. But Microsoft's just gonna kind of give us also Halo at some point. So do not lose faith, my children, for I will be back. But the weirdest thing will be playing as Master Chief with a damn PlayStation controller, but I will find a way when they do that in. But yeah, there's a bunch of variety that you guys get to kind of play with and go from there. And there's some stuff I can hop into as well. And there's always Splatoon because we're not banning that yet. Switch 2 is just amazing. But yeah, exciting times because you know what? We're a fandom show, and this is what we're fandoming about right now.
True. And since and we've had such a long hiatus, I've watched movies, guys. I have watched some movies. I've been keeping track of them, so I've done a better job of this. So, I'm gonna end this here. So 1 hour and 7 minutes, a shorter show, everybody, but I think nice and concise. And then we'll be back to our usual tangents and nonsense next week. And yeah, all right, see ya.
Good night.
Take care.